Wonderful people, fellow couch gamers, thank you for tuning in. I have something interesting I want to share with you all. This trick has been available since day one, might I add, and still now never have I heard or saw anyone mention it or use it. Minds will be blown. Oh yeah, this whole video will be voiced rather than overlaid with text, as I don't have enough time to edit that much at this moment. But while I'm at it, I will share another neat trick that, and I don't want to sound like a douchebag here again, but nobody seems to know about it. My apologies if you do, however, and we will combine these two tricks to create neat things. However, it doesn't rest on tucked away objects like rugs or conduits, so it will save you valuable camp budget. And it's also at the perfect height. It doesn't rely on sinking, it doesn't rest on anything. You may quote unquote free place most camp objects this way. Okay, so let's get on with it. Let's start with the easy one first, because you will need this knowledge to better understand the use of the other trick. We will start out by making something like this. In order to do that, we will first need a wall, and we will need this dog. In order to freely place things, so yeah, I still don't have a name for it, that's why I'll keep mentioning free placement. It relies on this thing, and if your floor isn't even, it's gonna be way harder. So if I place some on top of here, you see it will sink a bit. And there's a couple of layers on this camp object that you can use to make it sink to different heights. So this is one. There's another one here, which sinks to the bottom. There's another one here. And there's another one up top. Not all objects can get on this. Most objects can get on this. So let's just use this one because it's the easiest one of all. And then if you move your camp, the object stays in place. Mind blown. So with that out of the way, let's level it a little bit higher. And you can use tables for that. You can use tables and rugs for that. You can delete those objects obviously later when you're done. So to get the perfect height, you may need a combination of tables and rugs. But in this case, we'll just take a bigger table. And for this, getting the perfect height is rather easy, because we are going to a little bit over the edge here, because the table is getting blocked. It's probably too close. You'll never get this correct the first time. So we place the cat here. We take a look. No, it's supposed to go further. So you always want to check if it's in line, and if it says it needs support, you see now it says it needs support. Some objects will have that problem, other objects will not, and that's because it's partly off the table. If I will put it here, it's going to be just on the table and it's going to work. So keep that in mind. It's got to be, it doesn't keep this object in mind, it keeps this object in mind as foundation. I'm so bad at explaining. So let's move this out of the way, and if we now move this wall, this thing will stay in place. And that is the first trick. You don't have to place it down, but then you can check it better, and you can see like it has to go a little bit to the left. It's actually, the height is perfect, I think. So a little bit to the left. Booyah. Should be perfect. Perfect. And that's how you do it. It's as easy as that. And with the shelves, it's more or less the same trick. Same with piano. But let's go on to the shelves first. And again, my apologies if you did know about this trick. But if you didn't, be sure to thumb up the video. On to the second trick. And here's where things start to get tricky, if I may put it like that. Because we will need to, or want to, combine the first trick and the second trick to create things like this. And it works more or less in the same way as it does with the walls, but rather than choosing a wall decor or anything like that, We will choose a shelf, just a shelf. I'm gonna take this one because I've been experimenting on this one a lot. So we'll take this shelf, put it on this floor here, out of the way. And then we'll take the items that we want. So we'll go for a pumpkin, a plant like this, one more like this. What else do we have? Maybe the cat as well. Let's put it all down first. And it needs to be smaller for these shelves. It needs to be smaller than the Volt Boy. And if you want to know how to easily figure out the height of objects, you just take a floor, you put the floor like this, maybe a little bit closer. You place the object on it, and then whatever object you place next to it, you will see just how large it is. So this one is too big, this one is perfect. Let's put that there as well. Plants are too big, no matter what plants I take, they're too big. These are too big as well. I don't think there's much else. Yeah, maybe this. Let's put plushie here as well. Well, I'm not gonna go way over the top with this because we can do all the layers, get them all perfectly lined. We can even have suitcases underneath. And you want to start from the bottom. You don't want to start from the top. You want to start from the bottom. You can start from the top, but sometimes objects will not be able to go under it, and it will go on top of it, creating the same issue that we had before. Alrighty, we'll need our camp once again. If you want to have suitcases underneath, you will need to place your camp here. Let's do that real quick. Put a suitcase here, so it will sink a bit, but my foundations aren't low enough. I could fix that, but I'm too lazy, and this will float, but just bear in mind that you can get it lower. There's no lower point on this, however, so we can get it lower now, but if you were have this foundation higher, then it wouldn't float. Then we take away the thingy, so it's over there somewhere. Boom. You see, it's float now. It's a little bit over the floor, but you can fix that easily by just placing your foundations higher. While we got that out of the way, the perfect height for the first one is this, and 7, if I'm correct, not really sure, rugs. 7 of these fat rugs. We can already move the camp up here, because if you move this, the camp stays on top. Let's do the second layer now. I'm not gonna do them together, because you will be able to figure that out on your own. It just involves way more trial and error and way more rugs to get things to stack on top of each other. Let's start with the pumpkin. And if you have a slight height difference, you can go here. You can go to the second point. This one is a little bit higher. But we'll take the middle point, and then we'll just move it like this. Keep it in a straight line. Maybe put this here. And like maybe put something else here, like a plant. And another plant right here. Uh-oh, we got a looker. We got a looker. You're gonna steal my information. You're gonna steal my data. No, he's gone. Oh no, he's still there. And now all we gotta do is put that shelf there. Let's see. Right. A little bit more to the front and a little bit more to the right. Poepmutsje. Haha, is Dutch. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now let's say you want to do one higher, and you will need to work with extended rugs. I might showcase this. I'm gonna record it, and I will see if I include it in the video. So if I would want to have some suitcases underneath this, just repeat the first step over, Should work, yep. Sometimes you gotta go out of building mode and duck, or go a little bit further. Let's see if it's in perfect line. It is in perfect line. Oops. Let's get rid of this. And kablamo. Yeah, it's a little bit higher now. I mentioned that problem earlier because my foundations are too low. But easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And if you want anything floating, all you gotta do is, these tricks work on upper floors as well. It's the same principle. I'm going to show you that real quick. If I were to place something down, let's say I want a floating campfire, just for the hell of it, I want a floating campfire. And now I want this floating campfire to fit a mattress, yeah, on a mattress for instance, and it's the same principle. Now this mattress is too low. Let's see if we have like double mattresses. Easy. Flammable mattresses. See, same principle on upper floors. And then if you want anything floating, well, you already got it floating, and you just attach anything to it that you want. You build an upper floor, then you make new floating things and you combine them, just like I did with the piano here. This piano is on one floor and those conduits are on the other floor. Some are a bit elevated because I put some chairs or tables, whatever, to make them a little bit higher. Let's keep the floating thingy, floating campfire. Nice to have it right there. And you can fill up the shelves on different layers. Let your imagination go wild. You don't have to use any carpets, so you don't have to waste precious camp budget on all that. And there you have it, folk. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thank you for watching. If you learned something new, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye bye!